Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. I apologize for my voice. My throat is being very weird with me and it's not very supportive of my YouTube hobby. So today we're just going to have a quick video on the fact and the fiction of yesterday, September 2. That was not only his birthday, happy birthday, 9 years is quite a long time. We're still going somewhat strong, but also because of the DDOS attack that happened yesterday. And there was a post on the bulletin about the game availability, and there was also a post on the forums. So what happened? KingsOwl's games, Pirate and Wiz, got affected by a DDoS attack the day of the birthday. It also lasted for a bit more. I think it was a day and a half. Yesterday it started coming back online, or Friday actually. It was around this time. I was out yesterday, so for most of the day. But so let's start simple. What is a DDoS attack? It is a distributed denial of service attack. And what happens here? It isn't a hack, okay? So stop saying Wizard101 is hacked and you have to change your password, because that is not the case. So what happens in a DDoS attack? Well, okay, so basically you have your attacker. You have a person that just wants to show off or be mean or cause an inconvenience. And what they will do is they will use the computer as a controller. This is the main computer in the attack. And the controller will go out and infect a few computers. And when they infect the computers, those computers turn into zombies. They're under the controllers. They're under the controller, and they can do as the controller, therefore the attacker wants. So the zombies will go out to KingsOwl login servers and be like, we want this piece of information. But the KingsOwl servers would not have that information. But the zombies don't know that. They're mindless zombies. So they would just keep asking and asking until they get the information they want. And basically, since the KingsOwl servers do not have the information, it will keep spamming until they get a reply of the information they want, which will obviously not be there. So in this case, the zombie computers will go out and overload the KingsOwl login servers. This means that they're sending a bunch of fake traffic their way, and it basically overloads the servers, so we can't log on because they're down. They're under a heavy load of just trying to respond to all these requests. So it's not a hack, because you're not trying to get any information from the servers. You're just trying to disrupt them. And what else? So when this occurs, basically the servers are down, but if you're in the game when this happens, you will not get kicked off. So yes, it might be harder for you to log in for a while, but if you're in the game, you won't get kicked off, because the denial of service attack, or the distributed denial of service attack, is only affecting the login server. And you're past that. You don't need to deal with the login server anymore. But it's basically just preventing or hindering people's ability to log in, slowing them down, just trying to be very, very annoying. So how this works, how it's possible, is because of TCP, which is the transfer control protocol, and because it has a handshake system. And so the packets that are basically all the data to and from servers on the internet, packets will send themselves to the login, and the login will say, okay, I have these packets, and now we'll send you a reply and request a reply. Actually, we'll request another reply, and that will be the acknowledger, and the requester, the original source, which will be our computer, will send back the information needed to log in, and they'll be confirmed. But when the denial of service attack happens, it's basically overloading the server with a bunch of packet requests, or not data requests in general, and it's trying to send data packets saying, no, we don't have the information you need. But that itself takes resources, it takes time, and that will bog down the server. And that's basically how the DDoS attack functioned. And since we got the post on the forum, and since all that happened, they've been spreading a lot of rumors, such as the aforementioned Wizard101 is hacked. Well, of course, there were also speculation that it was Hurricane Harvey until they came out and told the truth. I mean, well, that would totally, that could be a cause for any issue with electronics. Of course, not a DDoS attack, but but the hurricane hit really hard in Texas. Heart goes out to anyone who is still trying to recover from that. It was massive, that hurricane. But that isn't what we're going to talk about today. So that I basically summed up how the DDoS attack works. I'm not an IT professional, okay? Too young to work. But I'm trying to explain it the best way that I can, in the simplest way that I can. So again, if we want to review it, it's the handshake, where you basically are communicating with the server. You say hi, the other person greets you back, hello, and then how are you, and that is your three-way handshake. And overlaying some of these, you have your controller, which is controlled by the attacker, but the controller computer will go out and zombify all these computers. And since it's the internet, since the internet is a network of networks, a network of computers, that will basically find its way to KI servers and just try to send a bunch of fake traffic their way, and that will prohibit you, the actual end user, from logging in. And there's still the notice up on the bulletin, actually, of you're still trying those Wizard101 availability, just trying to fix the issue. And I really hope they do, because this happens to any game, okay? Not even any game. Well, the Sony hack from 2014 is a famous one. There have also been DDoS attacks that have rendered many websites we use unusable, because you're basically overloading them. They'll be too busy with capacity. And what other ones? Oh my god, I blanked out for a second. But those are a couple of the famous ones. There's also been a few for the Trump and Clinton campaigns. Basically, it's not a hack. It's just something that people will do to get attention, or just to annoy the administrator of the server. But it's okay. Your account is safe. You don't need to change any information, and hopefully you'll be back online to enjoy the festivities. And please don't start begging Kings out for compensation or free packs or anything like that. It's only been a day and a half or so. It could have been worse. If anything, they'll extend the events that are going on right now for another day, if they're generous. We have, the 5 boxes, which I will resume doing, I promise. One of the lost pages, and all the member benefits. So I hope you enjoy those while they're still there until September 5th. And I'll see you guys in another video.